Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I am out here enjoying this beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in to another episode or webisode of It's Never Too Late. I am today's host, which I'm always every day's host, Carla Alexandra. I'd like to talk to you guys today about R.O.R.E. It is my signature program and why I think it works and why I think it's going to work for you. The program R.O.R.E. I can say that I had to go through many lessons over and over and over again, but making the same mistakes. So every time I made a mistake and I could see myself getting ready to do it again, I go and I just choose to take a different path. You know what they say, when you go around and around and around, if you don't change your cycle, how do you expect a different result? So that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about today. Being able to make an active decision to go in a direction that you've never gone in to find who you are. Start with R. Reconnect with your higher power. Reconnecting with yourself and your higher power gives you the opportunity to hear things that we normally wouldn't hear when we're so boggled with the day-to-day, which is our bills. You know, of course now the COVID-19 is out here and it's hard. It's really hard because even for me, the last 3 days, I've gone through such a deep depression. I couldn't even get out of bed. And I'm like, this is not like me. I'm not a depressed person. I mean, granted, when you come out of a depression and you understand where it stems from, you don't ever want to go back. Ever. I didn't want to go back. But the other day, when I was trying to get out of bed, and I was just like, for what? I lost my connection. Very important to understand and practice that no matter what we go through in our day-to-day, if we stay connected with our higher ups, then we will have nothing to fear. We will have nothing to worry about. There'll be no place for anger. And that's where I get a lot of anger. I got a lot of anger this last couple of days. I don't necessarily know if it was my anger or not, but it was definitely in the air. It's very thick. So being able to connect with your higher power, to be able to hear the messages that God or whomever is trying to tell you. And sometimes when we get so, like with me, when you get so plagued with life that we tend to forget. And it's not a hard tool. It's just something that again, I am the perfect example of trying to practice what I preach. And even in the middle of all of that, I was so boggled down by so much emotion from the world and what's going on that I lost sight of that. And it's easy, anybody can lose sight of it. The point is, when you lose sight, you fix it. When you realize and acknowledge, oh, I haven't really put my whole heart into that prayer today, or oh, I haven't said thanks today. When you are aware of it, then you can fix it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But you got to be able to acknowledge it. You got to be able to say, oh, that's what's missing. I woke up this morning and I feel 1,000 times better because I had to go deep into myself, backtrack all my lessons and start from square one. And that's when I realized I can't do any other acronyms without that first one. I cannot. You cannot do anything that you truly want in your life without first making it about faith, belief, God, prayer. Especially now, there's so much going on and I can feel it. For some of you that don't know, yes, I am an empath. And I think this is the first time since I have acknowledged that part of myself. I've been denying it for years, but seems like since I've acknowledged it, my abilities have been increasing. I want to say I'm starting to. I can't really. It's really crazy, especially with my sister. I tend to take on the physical ailments of a person as well as emotional. So imagine in a house full of 12 people, and you can feel everybody's emotions at the same time. It's very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. And like I said, I think this is the first time since I've acknowledged that I am an empath, that something like this has happened. So I understand how to deal with it. It was on a larger scale, but that's a part of my new ability of the R.O.R.E signature. I got to find out who I truly was, who I am and what I'm supposed to be and what I am made out of. This is the reason why this program works so well. You want to skip levels and things. You can't do that. You can't. It's a system, and you have to follow the system. The only way that you're going to be able to calm those voices, that chaos that goes on in our day-to-day, the only way to squash that, you got to have that open line of communication with the powers above. You got to have open line of communication with God. It is important. It is vital, because it will save your life. It saved mine. After I did that, I did the O, which was organize your thoughts and your emotions. I had to start chin checking myself. And this one is going to be pretty hard for a lot of people whose egos are really, really big, because you've got to be able to acknowledge when you are at fault. You've got to be able to acknowledge when you created a situation that probably could have gone a lot better had you dealt with it differently. That was hard for me, because that meant that I could no longer play the victim. The world can no longer be against me. That means I'm going to have to start taking accountability for myself. That was not easy. That was a very hard one, but I did it. Because when you remove your ego from your goals and what you want to do in life, you'd be surprised at the things that you can actually see and learn if you just shut. I'm just saying. And then we got the R. Reorganize your brain. I can't stress this one goal enough, because this is the one I feel like is the end all or be all of lessons. Remember I was telling you in the beginning, when we go in the same circle expecting a different result but don't understand why? It's because we keep going in that same circle. We're not learning the lesson. We're just going through the lesson. So now what you're going to do is you're not going to go through the lesson. You're going to learn from the lesson, and then you're going to go in a different direction. For years, anytime I would go through a lesson, I'd make the same tragic mistakes. No matter how much I would talk myself into thinking, I got it. I got it. The moment I freaking put my hands on it, guess what? It turned to doo-doo. Why? Because I didn't have enough faith and trust in the powers above, because I wouldn't listen to other people because my ego was too big. And I put myself in a really bad situation. So I'm trying to help you not do that. I'm trying to help you guys get to the point in your life where you don't have to make those types of decisions if you choose not to. Then we got the E, enjoy giving. Now, during this COVID-19 crisis, I'm going to do something. That is the whole point of this entire program. Being able to think of yourself less and think of somebody else more. Because when you do that, God blesses you on so many levels that how could you not want to be blessed? When we do the right thing by other people and we give, and now is the time to give. And I had to remember that too, because I was sitting there feeling sorry for myself, thinking, what's the point? What is the point? Nobody's gonna want my help. Nobody's gonna need my help. It's not my call. I don't have that right to say that. God gave me a job, and my job is to be here for other people. So I'm gonna have to get up off my ass, stop feeling sorry for myself, and be here like I'm supposed to be, because I am, right now, I am trying to get appraisal from the boss. I'm trying to get a raise. So that means that I have got to stop feeling sorry for myself, and I got to share the love that God put in me with everybody else. And there you go. There's your roar. You roar, you find your voice, you find out who you are. Spiritual, emotional, even physical if you choose to be. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to what I had to say. I hope some of what I said resonates in your spirit. You can be whatever you want to be in your life. You gotta be able to believe in yourself. This is Carla Alexandria. It was never too late. I hope you guys like my video. I hope you spread the word of joy, well-being, empowerment, and self-love to your friends. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because you would miss out on these dynamic videos. I would hate for that to happen. Anyway, have a good one. Be safe, be blessed, and most of all, be giving.